I knew that I could not fail. If I believed, would the wind always fill up my sails? How far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread, and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were
MAEF has done a great deal for the Chautauqua. The first thing was a grant that I wrote here for wireless microphones, which actually help us a whole lot for our productions, because we're able to put a body mic on a lot of kids.
Oh, the things you can think. Oh, the things you can think.
We have 8 wireless microphones now, thanks to MAEF, and it's something that's used by the whole community, not just the middle school theater. As a choir teacher, I've noticed a huge difference at concerts because of this new sound shell that we have here in the Chautauqua. And it's amazing, because this space is not necessarily made for music concerts like this, but that shell allows it to really feel like a concert hall. We have lots of new lights. They were able to purchase new lights, repair other lights, and the lighting is a big part of any production that we put on here at the theater.
To do what we secretly dream.
We did an oral presentation in English last year, and we videotaped that and then went over it to see how we could enhance our public performance skills.
Probably the best way to learn how to become an effective speaker is to watch yourself, and that's the best way. Well, the only way I could do it is to have the tapes, and then I would have kids check out the tapes. Well, that's a nightmare. It's too time consuming. So Jack Selwood came up with this great idea. He said, why don't you just get a video camera with an internal drive, and you can just load it onto the computer. Jack had the terminology, so he helped me write the grant.
Yeah, I did the research to figure out what camcorders would work best for the needs, what capacity, so how much the camera could actually store, and accessories and chargers and things like that. It also comes with a really helpful software, so you can organize videos by class and put them on the network for students to view and things like that.
The other grant that I've received is we write quests.
Well, we're doing the photo story for English, where you get pictures and you narrate the story, and it's basically like we're doing our quest. So there's a character in the story that goes to find something or rescue someone, something like that.
With the photo story program, I can actually have the kids write the story. They create images for the story. They can either take pictures with a camera, get it off the internet, or they can draw their own pictures.
She was a normally normal girl who went to school, hung out with friends, played sports, and occasionally saved somebody from the horrors of walking the dog.
And then they use their own voice, so they can read their own story, tell their own story, and they can put music to it also. And you have a multimedia presentation that looks just like a video. So we wrote a MAEF grant, and the MAEF grant bought us 70 of these headsets. They're top of the line, they're easy to adjust. I can wash these off, so if a kid is sick, I can sterilize it. The old ones I couldn't. It blocks out noise from the background. So by using these headsets, the kids are a lot more comfortable with the program, and it's more effective.
What would you ask if you knew you could have anything?
Well, the Smartboard has revolutionized teaching in a way that I never anticipated, and I can't imagine ever going without it again. So much of success with literacy and reading is their ability to track. And they can do that. When I'm working with them and I can say we're on this measure and we're at this place, they're all in the same place and they're all on the same page and the same measure, and it's huge. B-A-G. I see 650 students. So I'm challenged to know their names, let alone have a sense of where they're at with the assessment piece. And with Essentio, I can in real time assess every child in the classroom, and instantly they see the results of how they've done, and I see the results of how they've done. I know what concepts they get and where I need to reteach. We are in a hotbed of research and development here with 3M and so many different corporate headquarters in this area. And the future of our country is our ability to be successful with the research and development. And it's that creative piece that we need to help educate in this room.
Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a seed, are there miracles in you and me? You know there are.
The Angel Fund is a contributor to America's Child Mahtomedi. We work in conjunction with each other to supply necessities for students at O.H. Anderson and all the schools in the Mahtomedi district. We do things such as supply school items, lunch items in terms of supplementing children's hot lunch for families that are just a little bit above the poverty line but still need help. The Angel Fund is something that allows all kids to be on an equal playing field in our district. It means that they can have the supplies that other kids have at school. They can have the warm hats, mittens. They can have tennis shoes to have at gym, or snow pants, many different things.
I'm involved in Mahtomedi Service Partnership, which is a nonprofit organization that's run with school advisors. We collected 5,000 pounds of food for the Mahtomedi food shelf, which was really fun. And then in 4-H, I'm really big in soldier care packages. We packaged 50 care packages. We originally said we'd plan 25, and then when we got to the day, there was enough to package 50. So it was a really good experience.
Can you tell us a little bit about the scholarship that you've won?
I won the 2010 Stain and Doris Hill Outreach Scholarship last year that was given to a junior. It's $1,000 to go to any college that I want, and it'll really help me be able to make college affordable.
What step will I take today? I am brave.
I think it's a subject area that kind of levels the playing field for all of the students. It engages all of the students, whether they're struggling in the core areas or gifted in the core areas. It kind of levels that playing field, and they learn from each other. You know, engineering is something that it isn't just science. There's math involved, there's reading involved, and really with the engineering as elementary units, the stories that they have, they're really cultural too. Like with our story, we'll learn about the Great Wall of China, and we'll learn about China. And I think kids just naturally are engineers without even knowing they're engineers. They take things apart and they try and figure out how things work at every age.
It's Fisher Technics. I kind of call it Legos on steroids. Not only is it a lot more expensive than regular Legos, but you can do a lot more with it. Ready? You can really virtually make anything you want. We start off by making some fairly simple type machines.
This is the interface.
And now they're making material sorters.
Let's bring up the test window so we can see.
The recycling materials are marbles. There's wood, aluminum, steel, and clear plastic.
Our students are set apart when colleges are looking at students interested in engineering or even other fields, because they know we have this engineering program in our district, so they know that we have the focus on math and science in addition to reading and writing and communication. And so that's the beauty of a student that graduates from Mahtomedi High School, is we make sure that all those disciplines, in addition to taking that innovation and creativity, we really believe that our students understand the importance of it because our adults understand the importance of it.
Great. Anything else to think of?
Thank you, MAEF.
We are incredibly lucky here in Mahtomedi to have all of this technology supported by MAEF.
Thank you so much to MAEF. It's amazing that we have this organization in our community, and I get a giddy glow about the things that they do for us.
I'd like to thank everybody out there. It really makes a big difference for kids. And I get to see the joy of being the giver, but I wish everybody else could see that as well.
There are so many ways MAEF has touched my life that I just think this organization is incredible. And I certainly want to thank anybody who supports it because it gives back so much to this community.